So I was looking at my clothes the other day, and I noticed kind of a weird pattern as I started looking through the tags. Well, for one, I noticed that looking at my clothes, I was kind of brand obsessed. Huge brands plastered all over my clothes. Brands like Victoria's Secret Pink, Bench, and Abercrombie and Fitch. But after looking at these ginormous brands plastered all over my t-shirts and my pants and my clothes, I kind of zoomed in a little bit closer and noticed another pattern. As you can see, the huge logo saying pink right on the tag is right there. But if you look a little bit right under, you'll see another thing. Made in China. I noticed that over 80% of my wardrobe was made in China. Now, a lot of people think, well, everything's made in China. I noticed that buying these clothes, I never really questioned where it came from or who made it or how much the person got paid to make it. But starting to look into it, I noticed that the people who make them don't get a very good deal. We find ourselves not really caring about the big picture. We just look at the little picture of, does it look good on me? Does it look nice? Does it fit? But we never really question who made it. Well, little do people know, behind every product that you buy, even if it's not clothes, even if it's an iPod or a speaker, there's a story behind each and every single product we buy daily. Basically, the cold hard truth is, you see anything that's made in China, India, Bangladesh, Peru, anywhere else, probably made in a sweatshop. What's a sweatshop, you ask? Well, here's a little bit of a rundown of it. Large companies such as Pink, Abercrombie and Fitch, Guess, any big clothing company that you know, will probably use sweatshops. It will increase their profits, and it's pretty easy for them to do. Basically what they'll do is they'll go into a poverty-stricken country such as China or India or anywhere like that. They'll go in when jobs are really, really scarce. Poverty is a big issue. People don't have clean drinking water, education, access to food. They're desperate for jobs. Corporations will come in, set up a big sweatshop, and employ people. Well, you might think, that sounds great. They're getting work. That's great. They can make money so they can feed their families. No. Basically, what they do is they pay them starvation wages. Starvation wages are wages that will not allow people to sustain a life. They won't be able to support themselves or their family, which they're usually supporting at least 4 or 5 kids, an entire family. They work up to 12 to 14 hours a day, sometimes longer, on little or no wage. Their minutes of their shift are broken down to the 10th of a second, telling them how long they have to make each product and when they should be done. Now, anyone can work in a sweatshop. A child, a father, a mother, anyone. Basically, the reason I'm making this video is because a guy named Marx, he's a philosopher from way back in the time. His belief is that we are estranged from our labor in a capitalist society in 4 ways. 1, the product. We're completely alienated from the product that we buy. 2, the productive activity. And in conclusion, that means we're alienated from our own identity. And then together with that, means we're alienated from each other in society. For example, number 1, the product. We're alienated from the product. And even more so, the people that are over there in third world countries making those outfits and making those clothes are completely alienated from the product. They're paid not even enough to buy food or clean water or get education. So how the heck are they going to afford an Abercrombie and Fitch shirt going for $60? It just won't happen. They can't. They're completely alienated from the product. They're never ever going to be able to use that product. Whereas, let's say I knitted my own sweater. I'm wearing the product. I'm completely in touch with that product. I'm no way alienated from it. 2, we're alienated from the productive labor. We don't know what goes into that labor. We don't know how much that kid got paid. We don't know what it's made of. We don't know. We don't know how to do it because we don't care. And in retrospect, that means basically we're alienated from our own identity. We don't know who we are. We're struck with all these brands like Abercrombie and Fitch, Pink, Guess, telling us who we should be and what we should look like. So basically, do we even know who we are? And in the end, finally, we're alienated from each other. If we don't know who we are, how the hell are we going to know who anyone else is? So the next time you look at the tag of your shirt or your coat or a scarf, you'll find a story if you really, really look deep into it. A story of poverty, hunger, sickness, alienation, pain. Just think about it.